What's going on, guys? I'm Cody Chovancek, aka the best fisherman in MMA, and I'm watching my pro debut. My first fight, it was in BTC. It was in a hometown. It was in the Meridian Center, so right here in St. Catharines. Every time I drive by it, it gives me good vibes. It was a good fight. Okay, so I just started the fight. Starting out with a big overhand, switch stance. This fight, I really focused on the leg kicks. Again, it was an orthodox to southpaw, so open stance fight. Stomping the knee. Another leg kick. Started out with a fast pace. Remember there I hit the outside calf kick and it took him off balance and actually knocked him down. And then we're clinching now. He's got me up against the cage. Digging for my underhook. Yeah, I kind of feel it out a little more now. I think the big pro debut and all that energy and that really started that fast pace and just trying to get it out, right? Now I'd say I'm looking for a little more reads off the go. Yeah, like the nerves, right? You go through those nerves and the nervousness of being your pro debut. Like everybody asks me, don't you get nervous? Don't you get nervous? Everybody gets nervous. It's how you deal with it. So I'm using those nerves. It's just my body telling me I'm getting ready to fight. And then I'm using that in my energy. Like I've always looked at it in a positive way. It's just your body getting ready, right? Telling yourself you're getting ready to fight. So I use those nerves and then I reassure myself with all the good things I'm gonna do. You know, I'm not thinking about, oh, what if this happens? What if this happens? I'm not thinking about the negatives. I'm thinking about the positive things I can do. And if this guy does this, I'm gonna do this, you know? And I think that's so key, to have a positive mental attitude and thinking about what you can do to win, you know, using that energy. Okay, back to open stance. Boom, big head kick, blocked it with one hand. He probably still felt it. And I remember he got a nice looping right hook there. And then he got me in another right hook, I remember this. Like, okay. And then he flurried me up against the cage. I blocked everything. We got in the clinch. I turned him around, I threw a big spin kick, boom. Landed on the arm. When it happens in the fight, you're just, okay, this is a guy's good weapon, I'm gonna stop it. But with range and just disciplined defense. Normally when somebody's throwing hooks at me from a distance, I like to frame out and block on the outside. Beat that punch before it even gets close to me. And when they're in tight, then I'm going behind the head to block so it doesn't sneak behind that arm. Again, kicking the calf, another big leg kick. So in a moment in this fight, it's coming up very soon. Okay, I caught him with a big right hook, step back, it rocked him, and I kind of showboated. You know, I don't really do that too much anymore. I think I was real fired up in this fight. I mean, there'll be a time and place now I do it. If somebody wants to talk shit, then we'll go back to the showboating, but there is a time in this fight, it's coming up here soon. I threw a big calf kick and he checked it. I'm like, oh, okay, that hurt a little bit, but I know it hurt him more. And I went right back to it, another big calf kick. He didn't check the second one. So in my head, I was like, okay, I know that hurt him more. And then the second one landed. Well, I'm trying to keep in mind what I look like when I'm fighting. What am I giving this person? Like I do a combination, maybe I slip out to the outside. Okay, I gave him that read now. I don't want to do that again for a bit. But at the same time, I'm also looking what he looks like when I'm adding my feints. That's an important thing. Okay, I feint my jab. How is he reacting to my jab? He's slipping to the outside or he's trying to parry. Okay, now I'll feint that jab and then I'll try to counter him with something that he's going into. So round one just finished. I took him down. He went to go throw a knee. I caught it, chest pressure him to the ground. That was a key part in this fight because we wrestle a lot here. My ground game is good and I could feel it. It was levels above his in this fight. Even though Josh Marnook is a great fighter, for a pro debut, he had a great striking base, and that was my route to victory. Mix it up with the hands and take him down. Now I got him pressed up, round two, pressed up against the cage. It's the beginning of the end. So I'm beating him up here with a ground and pound. Right now I have a gift wrap, and I gift wrap his hand to my left hand. Now that gives me my right hand to punch. So I'm going to try to get up to a knee. landing some more shots with the right hand, some elbow. I remember here, this is the beginning then. I hit him with a big elbow. I could tell he didn't like, he kind of loosened up as soon as I hit him. So I postured up on a knee, boom, boom, boom. And then like 15 strikes consecutive to get the TKO on the ground. For sure, I learned it in my amateur career too. When I first started fighting, I wanted to knock everybody out when I first started. And I still want to knock everybody out, but now I know my ground game's very good, my wrestling's good, my jiu-jitsu, so I mix that up with it. If I got to beat a guy up on the ground, and if he gives me the choke or he gives me the ground and pound finish, I'm going to take it. But it opens up so many looks. Again, we were talking earlier about the feints. I take somebody down, they're going to have to respect that every time. So it's going to go into my striking. Now I can feint the ground or fake the takedown, and he's going to react, drop his hands, and it opens up the big shots on the feet. Chestnut checkers, and there's so many more things going into it. Just everything's a lot more dialed than it was before. Just the mindset too. I figured that out earlier in or about midway, like third pro fight, where I operate best mentally and trying to get to that point. And I've talked about this in other interviews. I think it's important that you figure out that as a fighter where you operate best mentally. And for me, I gotta be having fun. I love to entertain. I like fighting in front of the fans. And I'm still calm and calculated when it comes to the technique. Go hard, take advantage of your youth, and just be consistent. Put as much time in the gym as you can, and everything's gonna happen. You get frustrated in the game sometimes, waiting around for whatever, but that opportunity is gonna come, and you wanna make sure that you're prepared for when it does. So I got selected for the 2025 Contender Series. It's Dana White's show where he brings all the best prospects around the world. They have one fight against another best prospect or a selected prospect, and you fight, and it's a job interview for the UFC. So when you win and Dana White likes you based on how you fought that night, they sign you and then give you a contract to the UFC.
The UFC, I'm ready!
So MMA was always the goal, and the UFC's always been the NHL of MMA, right? It's the show, it's the big show. So that was always the goal, and I knew I'd be here, and we're gonna take full advantage. We're gonna rise to the occasion, represent to the fullest.